Riot Games, one of my favorite game development companies that has ever been. There are lots of things about Riot I love. For example, Swain. Another example is Tyrant Swain, or Frost Swain, or Hextech Swain. Anyhow, there are these little things about them that just doesn't fly with me. In the lore of the game, each character is unique and meaningful in its own way and triggers a strong emotion like Swain.
It's time to stop! It's time to stop, okay?
When I started working on this video, I hated Ezreal. Hated Ezreal. As if I just got automatically angry at him for how ignorant he sounds in the game. So I decided I'm gonna make a video about hating Ezreal, and here's why. But this isn't that video. Not exactly. This is how Ezreal, the most self-centered sounding piece of this game, minus Draven, got me to look at him in a very different way. Sit tight, you might change your mind as well.
Welcome to the League of Legends Champion Spotlight, featuring Ezreal, the Prodigal Explorer.
I haven't played League long enough to be around when Ezreal looked like this. I don't want to touch on that either. What I do want you to realize though is that Ezreal was one of the first champs in the game back in 2010. Back then when champs like Captain Pizzafoot and Lord and behold this manifestation of an indie horror game were being released into the game. The concept was clear from the beginning. Make a champ that is an explorer and has ranged spells and does most of his damage from them. A unique marksman at the time. Fair enough. And the execution, while not flawless, was better than most other champs at the time. In modern day League though, he's a hard champion to play. Here's a montage of why my friends don't like to queue up with me when I play Ezreal to prove that. I call it Report Jungler. Yep, that's what we're going with.
Made me blind, they made me lie. Heard you in the rain. Will you always be there? Last thing you said. Sorry if it's too late. Heard you in the rain. Will you always be there? Last thing you said. Sorry if it's too
I can go on and on about this kit though, and how fun it is when you one-shot someone with your ult, which I can never hit, but that's not why we're making this video at all. You should know this before we go further. I judge good and bad by who the character is, not by what it does. I think most people like to play and love the characters they personally relate to, and that's fine, I do the same. That's why we still have people that main Ivern or Silas. They are pretty unique in their own hearts after all. Yeah, back to our main point, I hated it when Ezreal would say things like this.
Demons, this is a job for Jaro Lightfeather. Don't pretend you didn't see me, Lux. That doesn't work. Hey, Lux. Hey, Lux. What are you up to later? Let's hang. Hi, honey. Is it too soon to call you honey? It's too soon. Can you forge me a matching gauntlet? Yep, I get it. It's tough being handsome. Right, Tarek? Well, hello, Zaya. You should know that I am pro Vestayan rights. Zoe, you're ruining my chances with Lux. This is flirty fighting. No applause, please. Okay, just a little bit of thunderous acclaim. A little? Everyone see that? No? Damn! Now I gotta go and do it again! Where there's treasure, there's glory. And where there's glory, girls are watching. Time to show them who's best. Spoiler, it's me.
But I don't hate it anymore. You see, in my search to get dirt on Ezreal, there was always this constant situation that I thought I could fall back to. And I really disliked it. Ezreal, Lux, and Zoe. I know, it's been said and done a million times, but here's a really quick summary. This is Ezreal, blonde boy, cool gauntlet, go burr. This is Lux, blonde girl, laser go... Wait, what the fuck? This is Lux, blonde girl, laser go pew pew. This is Zoe, 3000 years old, aspect of Twilight, and as the saying goes, when you go sleep and she goes for a leap, hits you with the beep, and now you're in some shit way too deep. Yeah, never doing that again. Anyway, here's a guide on what's gonna happen in a moment. Blue is love, grey is I don't really care, red is I goddamn hate you. You ready? Good. Ezreal has a crush on Lux, so here's a blue line from Ezreal to Lux. Lux though barely recognizes that Ezreal exists, so here's a grey line from Lux to Ezreal. Zoe's in love with Ezreal, so here's another blue line. They're keeping up good. Now Zoe of course hates Lux, so here's a red line from Zoe to Lux. But Ezreal avoids Zoe, but doesn't openly hate her, so here's a combination of a red and a grey line from Ezreal to Zoe. You got that? No? But it doesn't fucking matter, because none of that shit is true. Allow me to explain. Ezreal and Lux never really meet. Lux doesn't even know Ezreal exists in the lore. Neither are Zoe and Ezreal, I think. Yes, if you read Ezreal's note, he's been around Demacia and Mount Targon a couple of times, but never actually goes to meet either Lux or Zoe. As much as I know, he just looks at Lux from afar a couple of times. Kind of creepy. But he doesn't know either, and neither do they know that Ezreal exists. So what the hell, Riot? So I dislike Ezreal, right? No. You see, when I was reading his lore, I've discovered a new Ezreal. One that is still a work of a passionate person writing his stories. Here's the best description of the Ezreal in lore I can give you. He's a young and bright mind. He's a fast learner. His parents were lost since they were also adventurer explorers of Shurima. So he set out to find them and prove that they are still alive. He was still a mere civilian though until he found the gauntlet that lets him do all his cool tricks with. It also lets him teleport. His dad told him about it when he was younger, jokingly saying,
If I ever get it, every night I will come home and have dinner with you.
Kinda sad. So Ezreal, having that gauntlet, has made him powerful, but the fact that he's still just a guy is so appealing to me. He sounds like a D&D character that I would make and would roleplay as with my friends. He probably has the most experience in Runeterra than anyone else does. He's been near Mount Targon, explored the hell out of Shurima, close to Shadow Isles, of course not inside the Shadow Isles because he would have been dead already. You know, Thresh, blah blah blah. Piltover and Zaun, because that's where he was born, and of course Noxus and Demacia. You can even find his notes across the world map. I think the reason I now understand why he makes all those self-centered quotes is that he does it so when anyone that doesn't know him thinks of him as, well, strong. And for anyone that does know him, they know that he's just joking around, although he is quite knowledgeable, I cannot deny that. The Ezreal in lore sounds like a character straight from 2010, and I'm not saying that as a bad thing, I'm saying that as a really innocent, joyous, adventurous thing that I truly love. But you see, Riot has managed to make two Ezreals, one being that in-game, that has the interactions for its basic personality, which we saw how it went, and the other in lore that is still a comfortable boy with no responsibilities whatsoever, who just wants to have fun and be happy. He doesn't do anything for anyone else's approval. He does it for the adventure and the joy it brings. In the lore, he is escapism incarnated in a character, but he ties himself down to the ground in game. You can say I'm not a fan of this design. I understand if others like it, but personally, I think it's a shame that other champs get to be themselves in game, and Ezreal's interactions only make him sound unlikable, and if anything, All that aside though, in a weird sense, I relate to Ezreal. The one in the lore. I think us, any of us, If we ever go to Runeterra, wouldn't we all want to do what he does? Mess around with a magical gauntlet across the landscape and explore from the Sun Disk of Azir all the way to whoever the hell taught Yasuo to cast a wind wall and blast them in the face without any consequences. Thanks for watching. This is a series, well, the first series in this channel that I've ever made, where I overanalyze my favorite video game characters with their lores, and I'd like to continue it. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you soon.